guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name's Ella. I film fun college lifestyle and beauty videos. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about just some tips and kind of my experience going through sorority recruitment. I know a lot of you guys are kind of thinking about it right now, and I hope this video can be super helpful and give you guys a ton of just information that you may not find online, like when you're Googling and stuff or just looking at Instagram. So I hope this video can be super helpful for y'all. If you guys want to see more of me, definitely subscribe down below, and you can always follow me on Instagram if you want to see more of the behind the scenes and see like my college life, my dogs, my family, my friends. And if you guys want to, it would mean a lot if you guys gave this video a thumbs up. It pushes my video out more on the platform. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So to start off, I'm a sophomore at Texas State University. I'm a part of Alpha Gamma Delta, the Kappa Epsilon chapter. I'm on the executive council. I'm the event planner. I have also been the director of special events. I'm not like saying I've been around the block, but like I kind of know a little bit about what's going on. So I feel like this video can be really helpful because I've been in the chapter for a while. This will be almost my complete second year in the chapter. I absolutely love being in a sorority. I have amazing friendships, and it's given me a lot of great life opportunities, like options with like helping me with public speaking and writing and dressing business casual and a lot of great things like that. But here it's just kind of like my advice and tips, and if you guys see me looking down, it's because I wrote a full outline because I didn't want to miss anything. So yeah, for starters, there is a sorority for everyone, no matter what you look like, where you come from, the color of your skin. It does not matter. And if that sorority acts like it matters for you, that's not the sorority for you. I had a lot of people ask me actually in my DMs, which is like one of the reasons I'm making this video. I wanted to answer a lot of questions. I had a lot of girls ask me, is it like weird being a woman of color rushing a sorority in the South? It can be a little intimidating, but it's definitely because like there aren't a lot of women of like Indian girls rushing sororities, especially in the South. But I had no bad experiences. I can't speak for everyone, but I personally had no bad experiences. I absolutely loved recruitment. I made some amazing friends, and everyone was really nice to me and really accepting and really cool. So yeah, I say go for it, especially like if you're on the fence, go for it. And if you always don't like it, or if it's not the place for you, you always can drop, but it's better to at least have the experience than not have the experience. So yeah, let's go ahead and put that little disclaimer aside and jump into kind of like my tips. My first thing would be, yes, it's like you're gonna be nervous about recruitment, but just remember, like these girls, like I have been on both sides. I've gone through recruitment and I've been a recruiter. We practice and train for recruitment. Like we go to trainings with like our headquarters, like for literally months and months, and like all summer long, like we prepare for recruitment. Like it is a huge thing for us. Like we practice for so long, and we really like obviously like we really want you guys to join the sorority. So like we want you guys to be excited and to want to be there. So it's okay to be nervous, but just remember we're just as nervous too, because we want you guys to join our sorority. So just remember like that both are regular people, like both sides, like recruiter and being recruited, you're both regular, just normal girls. So I think just keeping that in mind will make the conversation go a lot easier. So that's one thing. One of my biggest tips is just remember, like it's just a normal conversation, like we're regular people. So yeah. My next tip would be to keep an open mind during recruitment and don't listen to any of the rumors. There's so much that goes on during recruitment that's crazy. Like there's always that have a lot of rumors that go on. It's usually girls who had a bad experience in that chapter or don't like someone or things like that. My opinion on that is, unless you're in the chapter, you really do not know what's going on. I can 100% promise you that. So just don't believe them, ignore them. And if you have heard a rumor from someone, do not spread it. Be the person to stop it going, because so what if you don't like that house? That could be the girl sitting next to you. That could be her top house. That could be where she found her home, where she wants to go. So don't listen. There's a lizard on my window. It's really funny. Don't listen to anyone's kind of opinions or perspective on that. And if there's really something going on, you can tell. We call them RCs, recruitment counselors. Some schools call them ROGAMs. Just whoever like your recruitment helper is, you can tell them, say, hey, like these girls, you don't even have to say names. You don't sound like you're like tattletaling or whatever, but you can just say, hey, like I don't really feel comfortable. A lot of people are saying this about a chapter and like I really like them. Is there any way like you can kind of just tell girls to like stop, or kind of just keep an eye on like the conversation, just because they're there to help you. They're there to ensure like you are happy and you find your home. So it's kind of how that works. I really recommend talking to your recruitment counselors. I loved my recruitment counselors. They were all so nice. I didn't have any alpha gams as a recruitment counselor, and when I told them, they're like, yeah, like, because they ask you every day like, where you want to go, and they're like, yeah, like I think I want to go alpha gam, and they're like, oh my gosh, like that's amazing, we love alpha gam, like all the girls in there are so nice, like, so you'll definitely find your home, and everyone should be supportive of that. And all the girls around you, if they have something to say, just ignore them, because it is your recruitment experience, no one else's. Next would be to have a notebook, if you can, to write down all of your thoughts. When I was going through recruitment, I sound like I'm 800 years old when I was going through recruitment, but they didn't allow us to have our phones. I know some schools do, some schools don't. Now Texas State lets you have your phone. If you don't want to bring a notebook, just write them on your notes in your phone. I would recommend writing as much detail as possible, especially like once you're going through all these houses, like you're gonna kind of, all the conversations are kind of going to just jumble up in your head. It's going to be kind of hard to differentiate them. So I really recommend kind of writing like what you talked about. If you can, remember the girl's name, remember who you talked to, like what you liked about the conversation or what you didn't like, things like that. Because then at the end of the day, when you're making cuts, it'll make it a lot easier. And kind of just going along with going to houses, my next tip would be on the philanthropy day, really ask how they get involved, how they volunteer, what the philanthropy means to them, because you're going to be spending a lot of time with that philanthropy. So if you don't love it, or if like the girls act like they don't love it, it may not be something for you. I really recommend finding a philanthropy that you connect with, and something that it doesn't have to be like a long lost like destiny, but it should be at least be something that you really like and something that you would be interested in doing, because that's one of the ways that you are really like getting involved in the community and putting just like something really positive out in the world. So make sure it's something that you like to do. My next tip would be to really watch the conversations you're having. This kind of goes with the whole taking notes. But make sure as each day is going on, you should be having deeper and deeper conversations. I actually really like when girls ask me kind of those more hardball questions, like why did I join, or why did I stay, or like what impact has the chapter had on me, or what impact have I had on the chapter, like kind of those more like difficult questions instead of yes, no, or one word questions. Kind of ask the more in-depth, like short answer questions. Like I really enjoy getting those from girls, because it means like they're actually genuinely interested. Even if you are not interested in that chapter, you can still talk to that girl, still have a good conversation with her. Don't just be like blank the whole time. Like that's one thing that it always really hurts my feelings when girls are like that, because I'm like, I just want to be your friend, I don't understand. So even if you don't like that chapter but you have to go to their house, just be nice and polite. And you can always say at the end of the conversation, thank you so much for having me today. I think I found my home somewhere else, but I loved being in your chapter house. Thank you for having me, something like that, or have a nice day, something like that. So that way when you're making cuts, like you for sure, like I do not want that house, and they will not, when you say you found your home someone else, they will cut you, so they can make space for someone who does want to be there, and then you can make space for someone who wants, like, so for a chapter like that you want to be in. Just make sure you're doing everything in a super polite way. And then next is do you see yourself in that chapter? That's probably my biggest thing, is if you cannot see yourself in the chapter, that's not the place for you. Like, can you see yourself going to the philanthropy events, hanging out with these girls, being friends with them, like doing everything with them? Like, I definitely didn't realize this going in, but like sorority has definitely become like I think it's really funny, like there's always the TikToks where it's like sorority is like my only personality trait, but it's not my only personality trait, but it's become a huge part of my life. Like that's my majority of my friend group. That's where I've been able to express like leadership skills and like wanting to be more involved in the community with philanthropy and being more responsible with being the event planner and having to do like professional emails and go to meetings and meet at headquarters and go to conventions all across the states, like doing all these things. And I would not have had those opportunities without sorority, and I've made my best friends in the entire world, and like they have like literally changed my life. They make me so happy. So that's one thing, like that if you cannot imagine yourself like doing a lot of these things, that chapter may not be the chapter for you. So yeah, I hope these tips can just be really helpful and just kind of more of an insight on like how to go through recruitment, just be really happy and positive. Everybody says trust the process, but at the end of the day, trust your gut on how you feel. And if you love that house, love that house. If you don't, you don't, and that's okay. There doesn't need to be any bad blood or anything. Like I am completely friends with some girls who it's like, oh, like I didn't really connect with anyone in recruitment there, but like I'm still friends with her, like we're great friends. So things like that. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great afternoon, morning, or night. If you have any questions, I would love to hear them. You can always comment them down below or DM me on Instagram if you don't want to leave the comment out for the world. So yeah, I hope you're having a great day. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe down below if you want to. Bye everyone.
Hold your balance. I just say whatever, cause there is no way you're around it. Everyone falls down.